Matt, in our previous conversation, you were sharing with us around the impact that iCIRT was having for consumers, buyers, investors, but also how it was actually supporting the regulator in achieving its regulatory outcomes. Perhaps if you could now share with us your observations around the impact to industry and why are you seeing there's such a growing adoption and more embracing with growing momentum the iCIRT service?
Before this reform journey started, the industry was in a pretty bad place. We had very low levels of consumer trust in the market. We had the high-profile building defects around open towers or mascot towers filling the papers. And industry worked with us to say, look, something needs to change. We need to change our approach because this cannot be our future. Ratings has been a key enabler for helping to coach the industry into this far more trustworthy and consumer-centric place. For the first time, we no longer had to just trust on people's word that they were a good player and they'd be here to respond to any issues. We've for the first time got an independent, regulated service looking in deep detail about the attributes of that player, their capability, their governance, their business plan, their historical performance, and coming to a rigorous and considered view about that risk profile. Now, for the mature players out there, it showed what they really kind of knew for themselves, but through a different lens, that they were trustworthy and they were low risk, but also gave them areas to improve upon, features which they'd never really given that level of attention before. For the rest, it gave them something to aspire to. The number of businesses that speak to me that previously haven't given much thought to how they set up, they've just followed what their lawyer or accountant handed them on day one, and through this they've been given far more rigorous and helpful information to what are the key things that are going to make a business that's here today and here tomorrow.
What feedback have you heard across industry, particularly from those that have been rated, about the value or the benefit that iCIRT is having to their business? And maybe reflecting on the strong renewal rates of we're seeing those that have been rated coming back and getting their ratings again. Why do you think that there might be such a strong renewal rate among those that have been and have an iCIRT rating?
Look, for the first time through ratings, people have something to aspire to. And so I think these high rates of renewal are seeing people who are really taking on where they've scored in their first round and wanting to get some dividend for the really hard investment they've made internally in improving themselves to get better. So I think that's the first aspect. The second aspect is the market itself. Customers out there today, they are absolutely demanding to work with a developer or builder that's rated. They don't want to be the one on the front page that's invested in a building where those entities have become insolvent in the first few years of their life. So this is really becoming part of the standard play of a consumer when they're looking at where might that property be, how many bedrooms, but also that probably the most critical question there, are they rated or not? Also, ratings are facilitating new types of developments and something that's very new in New South Wales that customers are also looking to is those projects with latent defects insurance. That means that there's a first resort policy in place which goes beyond the 6-year warranty, the full 10, and covers the common property. So ratings is not just about what the industry itself benefits from, but also what consumers and the rest of the market is also benefiting from at the same time.